Hello, this is Claire Kerslake, and in this tapping demo, we're going to be tapping on raising our prices. And that's something that can be a really big trigger to trigger those mindset wobbles around our pricing, and comes up a lot and really comes up at every level of business, whether you're a startup or got that regular income coming in or further along. So as always, we're going to rate the intensity of what comes up before we start tapping, and ideally tap until that intensity is 1 or less. Even if you, when the video finishes, I'd encourage you, if you can, to keep tapping until that intensity is 1 or less. Also, as I've said before, the more specific we can be around our tapping, the better. So absolutely, I'll run through what I'll be using in a moment, but if something specific comes up for you, pop that in and tap along with that. And as always, be kind enough and support yourself enough if you need some one-on-one support with this, to have someone help you get to the bottom of things and support you as you go. Don't hesitate to reach out, and working one-on-one with an EFT practitioner gives you the support that you sometimes need. And often, we just go deeper if we're working with someone else. Okay, some of the things I'll run through, what I've got written down, and then you pop your intensity level down as to what's coming up for you. And as I say, jot down what else is coming up for you. So no one will pay my new prices. I'm being greedy. No one will be able to afford it in this economic climate. People will think I'm too expensive. I feel sick to the stomach at the thought of promoting it. My colleagues will think I'm being ridiculous. My colleagues will think I'm being greedy. How dare I? I feel like a fraud. I'm terrified of putting my prices up. Okay, so we're going to start by tapping on the side of our hand. So there's the little finger, just the side there. Some people, you can do one or other hand. Some people do both like that. And we're going to start with a setup statement. So even though no one will pay my new prices, I'm being greedy. No one will be able to afford them in this economic climate. People will think I'm too expensive. I deeply, completely love and accept myself. As always, if you struggle with that ending, I deeply, completely love and accept myself, try something more neutral, such as I accept how I feel. Even though I feel sick to my stomach at the thought of promoting my new prices, my colleagues will think I'm being ridiculous. My colleagues will think I'm being greedy. How dare I? I feel like a fraud. I'm terrified of putting my new prices up. I deeply, completely love and accept myself. And do one more time. Even though no one will pay my new prices, I'm being greedy. No one will be able to afford them in this current economic climate. People will think I'm too expensive. I feel sick to the stomach at the thought of promoting them. My colleagues will think I'm being ridiculous. They'll think I'm being greedy. How dare I? I feel like a fraud. I'm terrified of putting my prices up. I deeply, completely love and accept myself. Okay, let's go around the points now. Eyebrow. No one will pay it. Side of the eye. They'll think my new prices are too expensive. Under the eye. No one will be able to afford it in this current economic climate. Under the nose. I feel sick to the stomach at the thought of promoting it. Dip of the chin. I'm terrified of putting my prices up. Going to do the sore spot, which is down and out a little bit. My colleagues will think I'm being ridiculous. Under the arm, back where the bra strap goes. How dare I? They'll think I'm just being greedy. We'll do another round. I feel like a fraud. I'm terrified of putting my prices up. People will think I'm too expensive. They'll never be able to afford my new prices in this current economic climate. No one will pay my new prices. They won't book sessions with me. People will think I'm too expensive. My colleagues will think I'm being ridiculous. Okay, so checking in and just check what that intensity is around that. Ideally, it will have gone down. Sometimes when you narrow in an issue, as I've spoken about before, it actually goes up, which is a good thing. We need to keep tapping on that issue. And we'll do another round. Okay, and if something else has come up, you can add that in. Okay, we're not going to set this up, we're going to jump straight in. No one will pay my new prices. Side of the eye. People will think I'm being greedy. Maybe I am being greedy. My colleagues will think I'm being greedy. They'll think I'm being ridiculous. How dare I? I feel like a fraud. I'm terrified of putting my prices up. No one will pay my new prices. I'm being greedy. People will think I'm being too expensive. My colleagues will think I'm being ridiculous. They'll think I'm being greedy. I feel like a fraud. How dare I? I'm terrified of putting my prices up. Okay, check in again. See what that intensity is like. And ideally, as I've said, keep tapping until that's 1 or less. And see how you go. Okay, that's it from me today. And keep tapping, as I say, until your intensity is 1 or less, and talk soon. Bye for now.